Okay, I don't know if this has plagued your mind, or if it's just a me thing, but like, ever since I made that video about the Mickey Mouse v Bugs Bunny, another more interesting fight has come to my mind. The Akatsuki versus Organization 13. Kingdom Hearts v Naruto. Like, think about it. They both have a very diverse cast. They both wear black coats. They both have super evil, long-haired leaders that all act super ominous. Like, honestly, who would win? Like, in a straight 11v11, 1v1 setup. So, well, I feel like we should check that out. So, I've set it up in a way so it's a bunch of 1v1s instead of just an all-out war, because then some people just like kill everyone and then it's like no fun. So it's gonna be which team wins in these 1v1s. There's 11 1v1s. So let's get into it. Okay, so our first 1v1 I've set up is Larxene and Datara. So, like, I really just matched them up because they're both blonde. That's the whole reason. They both just look similar. But honestly, I think Datara solos. If we look at both of their abilities, Larxene is really fast and has lightning abilities. And she's really good in fast-paced one-on-one combat. Datara uses explosive clay. And if you know Pokemon, you know Earth beat Lightning, but it's also kind of working in Datara's favor here, because if he can get far enough away from Larxene, and Larxene, as long as you just line it up with explosives, Larxene just speeds through explosives and just dies. Like, it's kind of a hard fight to actually judge, because they're very different types of characters, but I kind of feel like I have to give this to Datara. So we're going to give the Akatsuki 1 point. Okay, Marluxia versus Kazuku. Okay, so the whole reason that I even put them together was because I felt like they were both like kind of like, I guess like death characters. Like, you may think, why is it Marluxia with Hidan? Because he also has a scythe. We'll get to Hidan in a minute. But I think it's because, like, I don't know, they just always felt similar. Like, they always felt like they kind of have like a hardish motif. But honestly, I don't know who'd win. I kind of need to think this through. So Marluxia does like rose petal stuff. It's kind of complicated, but he also can turn into a giant form. We're also neglecting to mention they can summon nobodies, so they can summon little minions. But I don't think we should give that to them, because then we have to give something to the Akatsuki. So we're just going to give them their base set. But Kazuku has the ability to like take people's hearts and implant them into himself. It's a complicated process, and both of them have very confusing powers, so I don't know who to give it to. So for now, I'm just going to put it as neutral while we go through the rest, and we'll address it at the end. Luxord versus Hidan. Okay, the reason I paired them together is because they're both wild cards. They feel like they both kind of look similar. They're both like wild cards that can do completely random stuff. Luxord can just like spawn giant cards. He can trap you in the cards. He can force you to play certain games. And he also has that wild card that he gave Sora. But we still don't know what that means, so I don't care about that. But Hidan can also create a circle around him, and he can essentially just beat you up from that circle. Like he's immortal inside the circle, and you basically can't get to him. But if you can figure out a way to get him out of the circle, he just kind of loses. So I think I have to give this to Organization 13, because with the card thing, if Luxord is able to trap in a card, he can just move him out and just kill him. Like, Because Hidan can't really do much besides that. He's like a good fighter, but he can't do much besides that. Okay. Demyx and Kisame. They're both water users, of course. That's the whole reason they're paired together. But, like, think about it. Who wins? Because they're both water users. Demyx can create clones and dance, water dance! I still have trauma from the time where he just kept screaming, dance, water dance! Dance, water dance! But Kisame can also create, like, sharks, I think. I haven't checked in a while, but it seems like they both can create things out of water. Demyx can essentially create water clones, if you remember Zabuza. But Kisame is also just an insane fighter when it comes to hand-to-hand combat, and Demyx was one of the lower members, so I think I have to give it to the Akatsuki again. Just because Kisame, I think, is just stronger than Demyx. Okay. Axel versus Sorcery, whatever his name was. Okay, I didn't know where to put them. Two of these, I literally just didn't know where to put them. So I kind of ended up just sticking them with each other. I mean, they both have red hair, if that's any advantage. Okay, but this is kind of a simple one. Axel has fire powers, and Sorcery can turn into a puppet. And he's kind of like, honestly, personally, I think he's the weakest member of the Akatsuki. So I think Axel just comes up on him, looks at him, and just burns him to death. Because if you've seen what Axel can do, he can just, like, pull out with fire and just, like, burn everything. So, I'll give the win to Axel.